OGDuffy, find myself in Maidstone, off on a little game hunt, see what I can find, people. Wish me luck as always. And as always, we kick off in the CEX window. Now, this CEX in particular had some half decent retro in today, along with a few modern bits like this. I mean, this is a modern game, right? Baldur's Gate 3, special edition, this one, obviously. £150, it's on the PS5. I have not played this before. I've played the original Baldur's Gate, I had it on PC back in the day. And I do remember I've got Dark Alliance, I think I've got it on GameCube and PS2. But that was sort of the only sort of console versions I owned of Baldur's Gate. Now, a question for you guys. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3? And if so, how good is it? Is it as good as the things I've heard? I mean, there's been a lot of hype about this, and it's had some amazing, stunning reviews. But is it actually any good? Drop in the comments and let me know. I do enjoy a bit of D&D dungeoneering and adventure and stuff. Oh yes indeed. Anyway, carrying on. Copy of Heat there, Days of Wonder board game. Days of Wonder do produce some great board games. In particular, the Ticket to Ride was great. Another special edition there. Octopath Traveler, £90, Nintendo Switch. And there's a little Zelda corner here, £45 for Wind Waker on the GameCube. And a lovely sexy condition Wii controller there. That weren't a bad price, lovely condition. And the Zelda Minish Cap there, again, great condition. And into the store to again look at those glass cabinets, because that's where the good stuff generally is, people. Nice colour Game Boy there. Quite nice, that one. What was colour was that? Was that plum, was it? But Mrs. OG was quite fascinated by all the different controllers and all the different colours and different prices. Because obviously you got the purple £30 there, right through to sort of £50–60 upwards. So yeah, she was quite interested in those. There was a nice 360 controller, not 360, sorry, Series S controller, bright pink. Should have bought it for her, but no. I was too busy, she went off clothes shopping. Anyway, we digress as always. Quick look at the PS1 games there, and as I said, there was quite a decent bit of retro in here, so it was always good to see. And over the back here, got the Master System games and the Mega Drive, of course. There's one Mega Drive game here that caught my eye, and it is that there, Crackdown. Now obviously this was an arcade conversion. I've played it on the arcade and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a good little game. But I've never played it on the Mega Drive, and my question is this, people. Is it any different in respect to, is there different sort of game modes or anything like that in the Mega Drive version of Crackdown in comparison to the arcade? Not in comparison as in how good a conversion it is, or is there a different game modes? If you know, let me know. We stop now to take a look at this Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends on the Super Nintendo, because Mrs. OG, she said to me, why is that so expensive? I said to her, well, what it is, I said, people who collect these Super Nintendo games or go for complete sets and stuff, I said, it's usually the titles that weren't very popular, like Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. I said, obviously didn't sell a lot of copies, so it's quite sought after now. Anyway, it was something that she found quite intriguing, to be honest, but hey ho, I suppose it's just common practice to us guys. But yeah, it made me, and it got me thinking, what is that game all about? So I did take a quick look online, and it is very, do the basic puzzle and take your train here and all that sort of thing. But anyway, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, he was so popular, isn't he, over the years, Thomas? Still going strong too, you know. Good old Thomas the Tank. Anyway, moving on. Copy of Discworld there, £55, Sega Saturn. And quite a few loose carts in here, but not all are on display. Some are in the box in the back. Now, a question for you guys. I'm just going to stop and look at that quickly. Super Mario Bros. 3, loose cart, £15. Some say that that is the greatest platform game ever created. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree Super Mario Bros. 3, best platform game ever? Or do you disagree? Would you say it's Sonic or one of those? Be interesting to hear your thoughts on that. Drop me in the comments, people. Now, I've mentioned before in a previous video, what I like about this CEX is this new stock shelf. Just makes sense, doesn't it? If you're a regular here, you pop in, you'll see what's new in if you're in 2 or 3 times a week, like, you know. It's a very good idea, methinks. Anyway, some nice Wii and Wii U games in there. Unfortunately, I had all them Wii U games, but you always got to keep looking, people. As you know, I'm only a few away. But look at this here. I'll have a quick delve into this one here. Wii Sports. This is the DVD case version. Is £18. I do know the cardboard sleeve one, I think, is slightly less than that at the moment. But I can't quite ever get my head around a Wii U sports games. Why they're so sort of expensive? Because, you know, it's a great game, but one copy was given away with every console. So for the life of me, I just don't understand why it values so much. Surely the market is flooded with them. Anyway, I picked that DVD case copy up a couple of weeks ago for £1. So happy days. Onto some GameCube here. Do like looking at the GameCube. I don't pick them up like I used to be honest. Fantasy Star there online. I do love that cover art. Sexy cover, that for sure. Like I say, I don't really go in for the GameCube like I used to now, people. I should really. It's a sexy little system. Look at that, Zelda on the Wii U, £60 with a reprinted cover. What are they thinking with that one, people? Reprinted 60 notes. I think I'll pass. And now I look at the Wii games. I do like these. You just get some quirky little titles, but this caught me eye, right? I've seen it before, but Metal Slug Anthology, £18 there. Now, the Metal Slug games need absolutely no introduction. They are just iconic in their own right. They are just superb series of games. Now, my question to you guys is, what is on the Anthology that isn't on the arcade? If anything at all, because I mean, it's a nice piece to have in your collection, of course it is, but I've got them all on the arcades, you know, so am I missing anything with that? Do let me know in the comments. But mate, if you've never played a Metal Slug game, where have you been? Classic, classic, classic. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's go take a look at some PS3 next, people. You already knew that. Oh yes, always some absolute bangers to be had on the PS3. So many great games and such great prices still. Jump on board, people. And a nice mix as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, you've got your AAA titles on there that you see everywhere, like your FIFAs, your Call of Duties, and that, of course you do. But it throws up ones like this. Disgaea 2. I do have Disgaea 3. I have yet to play it. Roll on retirement, people. Anyway, Disgaea games. What do you know about these? I'll be honest, the artwork and everything looks right up my street, and just looking at that trailer there, it just looks really like my cup of tea completely, people. I just love these sort of dungeony fantasy type games, and this looks no exception. It looks pretty decent. So if you've got any experience of these, do let me know. And one final question on Disgaea. Was Disgaea 1 on the PS3 or was it a PS2 game? Let me know in the comments. Trails of Cold Steel there. I do own that. £30 now. Nice to see that going in the right direction. Got very good reviews, that game. Very good indeed. Metal Gear Solid 4 there. I need to double check. I'm not sure if I got that, you know. Yeah. I always have the app on me, and I end up filming the shelves and forgetting the titles I want to go and look at. But do stick around to the end of this video, because we will be playing one of the many pickups that I got today, and the game I choose to play, trust me, it's a goodie. It's something very different indeed, one I quite enjoyed. Anyway, I digress as always, and if you spot any games on the shelves that you're like, oh gee, that's an absolute classic, matey, jump on board with that. Let me know in the comments, please, any decent games that you can spot. Tesla Grad there. I've got that on the Wii U. It's a lot more expensive on the Wii U than what it is on the PS3. And yes, confession time, I have yet to play it. But hey, I'm doing a Nintendo special soon, so you never know. Tales of Exilia there. Quite a strange case. Look at this, right? The size of it. It's like a normal size DVD, so it doesn't sit in with your PS3 games, does it, properly? Anyway, it looks pretty cool, but hey, I wouldn't buy that. It'll just do my head in. My OCD wouldn't cope, people. I don't really have OCD, but hey ho, you know what I mean. It's all about the shelves. And before we head back to OGDuffy Towers to show you my pickups, of course, I always end up with a pint. Oh yes. Back from Maidstone CEX, and I have to say it was decent actually. There was plenty there. Charity shops weren't barren, there was games, but nothing for me, people. I'm finding the pricing in charity shops, well, most in particular, are overpriced for fodder, basically. Games that cost you £1 in CEX, they're charging like £3–5 each. Don't know what that's all about, don't know how they're doing their pricing, but hey, I reckon they're just looking on eBay sales or something. But anyway, I digress as always, people. Let's grab a beer and let's show you what pickups I did have, because my God, there's a couple here I'm really excited about. But first, let's grab a beer, and this week's beer is nominated to the following channel member, of which I appreciate all your support. Okay, people, it's the one, it's the only, the man from Texas himself. Oh yes, Justin Muir, this beer is for you. So Justin, I have no idea how to pronounce this beer. I've had it once before, and I'm sure someone confirmed it's a Russian beer. It's 5%. It's called Karabakanchkarka. Yes. Oh, you know me and beer pronunciations. I fail miserably. I haven't got a glass here for some reason. I've been cleaning, you know. That's a good thing. Anyway, Justin, thank you for all your support, and for everyone out there that's channel members. And if you're not a channel member, thank you for supporting by subscribing, commenting, and all that good stuff that everybody does for me. Cheers. Oh, and on to them pickups. Cheers, Justin. Different beer for you, sir. It's cold, it's wet, ain't half bad. First pickup I got was a Wii game, a Nintendo Wii game, and I just like the look of the cover. It drew me in, you know, the artwork. And at £1.50, I'm not holding out much hope for it, to be absolutely honest. But you know what? You have to take a gamble with some of these titles, especially the Wii, because quite a few of the titles on the Wii were just so unique that they were just half decent. Anyway, it is this here, Wing Island. Look at the artwork on the front there. I just like that, you know what I mean? The ducks and all that. And the back, the artwork on the back as well sold it to me. Remember that, folks, when artwork used to sell us the games? Oh yes, especially on them 8-bit computer systems. My God, we were hoodwinked for sure on many of them games. But anyway, this looks interesting. I know absolutely nothing about it, never played it before. Come and visit our islands where endless fun awaits. Fly as free as a bird using intuitive controls, 2-player head-to-head battles away. Looks sort of like a biplane type game, but I'm not going to do this for everyone, but all the games today you see are all with their manuals, because I don't see the point of buying the game unless it's got the manual with it. So yeah, Wing Island. Hudson Soft did that. It looks cutesy, it looks... I'm just sold on that artwork. Anyway, yeah. Looking forward to playing that one, and do stick around because we will be playing one of these games at the very end. Oh yes indeed. And of course, what would a trip to CEX not be if it weren't for the PS3? You know I'm going in big time on the PS3. I'm not going for a full collection or anything like that. I just love the games at the moment. I just think they're so well priced. And I think 3–4 years from now, they're only going to be going in one direction. Well, they're going to start going up any day now. I really do believe that. But again, as always, let me have your thoughts on this PS3 pricing and how you think it's going to go. Now, this game is not a rare one. It's nothing like that. It's one I see all the time. And for an absolute age, I've just assumed I had it. Anyway, jumped on the CLZ app, took a look down, scanned down. Turns out I haven't, people. And it is this, Buzz. Now, this is the TV Quiz Edition. Now, those that watch the channel know I absolutely love Buzz games, sort of them fun quiz games that you get on the Wii, the PS3 and all them sort of systems. Because to me, they are just such good fun. They really, really are. And I mean, for that, right, £2.50. Don't get me wrong, it's a TV Quiz Edition, but it's just going to be good fun, isn't it? It really, really is. Over 5,000 questions covering every topic imaginable. Play sofa versus sofa against teams online. I doubt the servers are still operating for this, but hey ho, you never know. But anyway, Buzz there, TV quiz. What's not to love with that one, mate? I say, I thought I had it. Good job I picked it up. Good job I checked. And sticking with the PS3, people,
I was very pleased to pick this one up, and I got to the counter when I was buying all these games, and the fella that was serving me, he was in no rush at all, bless him. But that's a good thing, because he's chatting games, he was talking to me, and he really checking the discs and everything, doing a really good job, really nice, friendly fella. And he looked at this, he went, oh, that looks interesting. I haven't seen that. And it's a Sega game for the PS3, and it is called Anarchy Reigns, and as you can see there, a total of 15 quid for that one. I have no idea what this is about, but I looked at the back and it just looks stunning. The graphics look brilliant, okay? A 16 battle royale, or 16 players. Over 16 characters to choose from, battle royale, 16 players on the map in a kick-ass melee combat. It's every man for themselves. So Anarchy Reigns, I'm quite looking forward to that. Has a single player mode as well. Play either as Jack or Leo in a two-part story-driven campaign mode. Each of the two characters bring their own unique combat style to the single player mode, providing over 10 hours of gameplay. So Anarchy Reigns, again, that looks intriguing. It really, really does. So this one will be getting a play for sure. But will it be at the end of this video? We'll have to wait. Next up is a PS1 title that's going to sit very nicely amongst the other PS1 games. It's a game I've never played before, obviously, because I wouldn't own it, would I? And it is Tobal No. Put it that side, get a better view there. As you can see, that was £18. Now, I have to tell you, the condition of this is pucker. And the guy serving me, he started saying, such a nice chap, he read that label. Oh look, it's still got the original sort of, you know, the sticker for showing the magazine rating at the time. And it says 94%. Sell your granny and play Tobal No. till your fingers bleed. Well, that's a statement and a half, isn't it? Anyway, this is coming like it's a different case to your standard sort of PS1 cases. A lot more sort of beefy, shall we say, a bit more, yeah, it doesn't feel as, what's the word, they're quite tender, some of them. The plastic does tend to just shatter, but this just feels a lot more sturdy. Anyway, it's by Squaresoft. Now, as we all know, Squaresoft are synonymous with the Final Fantasy range of games. It's like a battle to the end in an arena where brute strength is pitted against savage skills, agile humans versus alien lifeforms, all out to become the greatest fighter in the universe. Now, interestingly, the people that developed this were involved with Virtua Fighter and similar types to that, Tekken and things as well. So you know what you're in for, really. But interestingly, this game sold really, really well in Japan, because at the time it come bundled with a demo of Final Fantasy VII, and the hype around Final Fantasy VII, particularly in Japan at the time, was so great, people rushed out to buy this just for the demo at the time. Interesting little fact for you people. Anyway, one more to go, but is that the game we're going to play at the end? Like I say, this one was an absolute minter, absolutely beautiful condition manual. And the bloke also, as he got the disc out, he went, oh, look at that disc, isn't it beautiful? It's a thing of beauty. I like them multicoloured discs like that. Anyway, one more game to go. But are we playing Tobal No. at the end, or something else? Let's check out that last pickup. The final pickup. Bit of a hint there, guys. Oh. Anyway, I saw this on the website before I went, and I looked it up, and I thought, oh, I want that. And I got in there, and I couldn't see it in the window at all, so I was like, gutted, they've sold it. And then I asked that very nice fella, and he says, no, it's there. And he went and looked in a box, he said, it's not there. Then he looked in another box, and he couldn't find it there either. But then he found it just at the last knock-in, so I was very pleased to get it, and it is this Dragon's Lair on the NES. Now, confession time, I love Dragon's Lair. I just love the whole graphic, you know, cartoonism of the whole thing. And I can remember playing the arcade game back in the day, but do you know what? I could not play it for toffee, and I still cannot. It's an awful game because I just can't do it. But it just appeals to me. I think I was just so into Dungeons and Dragons and all things fantasy at the time that it just appealed to me. I mean, look how stunning it looked at the time. Anyway, this is by Elite Software. Look at that on the label. And the label on this is particularly clean. It's a really nice label. As you can see, that's £12. It's loose. But when it comes to buying loose games, I've always said it, I don't mind buying loose NES games. So I'm quite pleased with that one overall. So yeah. Now, we'll go through the games we picked up, and then we'll pick one and play one. Might be this. Why not? Quick recap here, people. And in the comments, let me know your thoughts on these games. Do you remember them? Have you played them? Which ones do you recommend I play first? So we kicked off with that. Wing Island. Interesting. The artwork sold it to me, people. Next one, Buzz Quiz, the TV show edition. I do like them games, people do like them, but you already knew that. Next up, we had this, the Sega game on PS3, Anarchy Reigns. Looks really interesting, and graphically, looks pretty decent, people. Pretty decent indeed. Then we had Tobal No. 1 by Squaresoft. And then we had, last but by no means least, Dragon's Lair on the NES by Elite Software. Now, I remember Elite back in the day for Spectrum games and Commodore 64 games. They did a great conversion of, what was it? Bomb Jack on the Spectrum. Yeah. Did Elite also do Commando on the Spectrum? Anyway, we're going old school, mate. Let's go give this a play. Get this into the Retron. A lot of people say, oh, but it's not original hardware, OG. Look, I'm a convenience man. This plays loads of systems. I ain't got the space for having all them consoles set up. So this, for me, makes perfect sense. Anyway, it's going to be a new one on me. Dragon's Lair, NES, Elite Software. Going to be interesting. And as we would expect, a bit of a sort of medieval-y type tune. This was Don Bluth, wasn't it? Yes, there it is. He was the original animator that done the arcade original. Be interested to see how this converts onto the NES. This is Players 1, music on and off. Yeah, we'll have the music. Player 1 start. Here we go. Right, so that's throw daggers. And that's jump. Down means we can crawl. Right, okay. Looking at this. Graphically, look, it's NES. The animation of Dirk is pretty good, I think. Obviously, it's not going to be like the arcade original was, you know what I mean? But oh, he nearly got me. Oh, Cole, blimey, this is tough. This is tough, people. Let's try again. Go on, get that back getting me. Duck. Oh, he ducks as well. He takes some hits, doesn't he? Oh, Cole, that was close. Right, we're done. Got to watch that bit of... Oh. Get out of my way, bat. Got a gold bonus. Obviously level 1 done. Okay, what we got now? Entering the entrance hall. I mean, look at the animations of them guys in the cells there. Look, it's pretty good, isn't it? And for an NES game, I have to say I'm pretty impressed at this. Right, they're obviously throwing twice each. He stopped throw. Here he comes. 1, 2, and go. Cool, blimey. How am I meant to get past that thing? Maybe I'll just hit it with daggers. Let him throw his 2 rocks and I'll make my move. Wait for his 1, 2, make my move. And now start shooting. Got him. Oh my god, that's a Lizard King, isn't it? Oh, bit of a different pattern on that one. Oh, how am I going to get past it? Oh, I'm a snail. Oh, it's actually quite an impressive little game, you know. Oof. Right. What's your timing on this one? Wait for it. 1, 2, now go. Oh, spider there. I'm not going to get past that. That's going to come down on me, innit? Oh, it didn't. Cool, I only just missed that. Now, do I go up to get that E or not? Ain't worth it, Rob. You're going to get hit. Oh, here he comes again. Oh, yeah. What we got here? Like waspy things. No, it's him again. Cool, only just got past that. He's back. Cool, he's a pain, him. You have to know your timing on this, don't you? 1, 2. Up. Oh! God, this game is tough. Fun, but tough. Keep that going. There he comes again, them waspy things. Oh, he's going to keep... That's it. Wait for it to finish throwing his 2. I passed him just. Oh, the snake threw a spitty thing at me. This is one of them games. This is either A, after an hour, can irritate the hell out of you, or B, just keep you coming back for more and more games. Oh! Right, we can get past him. He didn't actually... Down. That's it. I don't know. Look at this bit. Oh, you spanner. Oh, dear me. Game over. Now, that, as I say, is an interesting game. I'm either going to keep going back for more, or it's just going to get irritating. At the moment, I'm quite enjoying that. Pretty decent, methinks. Well done, Elite. Great job. There we have it. That concludes the Maidstone game hunt. Some nice bits there, actually. I'm looking forward to playing that Tobal No. 1. Quite an interesting sort of title. Got some good programmers behind the back of it, so it should be half decent, you know. I enjoyed that NES Dragon's Lair game for sure. It's that old simplicity type game. Now, don't get me wrong, the NES obviously was an 8-bit machine, so you knew it would not be able to emulate a full-blown arcade, you know, a cartoon, which was the original sort of Dragon's Lair, so we all knew that. But do you know what? I didn't think it did half bad. I thought the animations of the characters in that were very, very good indeed. Don't get me wrong, I know I only just scratched the surface of that game. It's one of them games, as I say, it's going to be an interesting one, because I do think it will keep me coming back. I'm interested to try them PS3 games for sure. Anarchy Reigns looks an interesting one. Buzz, I know what I'm getting with that. But of course, all in all, some great little titles there. And do you know what? Not a fortune spent either. So, all in all, happy days, people. Yes, indeed. I've been OGDuffy. You've been awesome. Like, share, subscribe to all that good stuff. But your comments are most important and most welcomed. Let me have your comments, your thoughts, your games, and all that sort of stuff. And pickups you've done recently. I've been OGDuffy. You're amazing. See you all on the next one, people. Cheers.